All right, we're live. We are rolling. Look at that beauty. That is Mitica.
This is real.
This is that real shit. Tica. For those that don't know what a tica is, what's a tica?
A tica is someone native to Costa Rica.
See, tico and tica are the native terms for Costa Ricans. Mm-hmm. So, we're gringos, but we think we're ticas.
Spent 1 week in Costa Rica.
Yeah. Speak 25% Spanish. I feel like our Spanish got
less
better.
than that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I think we did pretty good.
You did really well.
Thanks, baby. I think you did well too. I mean,
Thank you.
that is, I think, the best way to learn Spanish.
Oh yeah, just immerse yourself. Immerse yourself into the culture.
Mm-hmm.
You have to kind of listen carefully.
Yeah, I think it helps your conversational skills a lot because you really need to look into their eyes. You got to pick up on facial expressions, body language when you're not 100% sure of the language. But yeah, it was a great trip. It's our first day back in the States. It's gloomy, it's gray.
It's cold.
It's cold. It is cozy though. It's nice to be back, but
something different. I mean, we look outside and I'm grateful for, the track and little park area right there, but something different from walking out and seeing lush greenery, beautiful flowers, monkeys, and just complete beauty.
yeah, just complete natural beauty, warmth.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot more vibrant. But one thing we noticed there, we knew before we were going on the trip that this part of Costa Rica, which is the northwest area, it's called Guanacaste, flying to Liberia Airport, that area is known as a blue zone. So that is one of several blue zones throughout the world, which means that they have what were you gonna say?
Do you know how many blue zones there are?
I don't know how many. I think it's like around 7. But what a blue zone is essentially an area, a concentrated area that has a lot of folks still living over the age of 100. So there's, for whatever reasons, it may be lifestyle, diet, other factors, people are living a very long time.
Just healthier in all aspects of life.
Yeah, there's some secret that they're tapping into. So we were at the airport yesterday, killing some time. We had a 6-hour layover in Houston, and we were just grabbing lunch and talking about what do we think the reasons are that particular area of Costa Rica that we're in, why is it a blue zone? So we figured we would just make this video to give our thoughts and hopefully shed some light on why that is, and a way for us to just remember things that we can do in our life to kind of bring some of those aspects here to the United States. So what were some of the reasons we came home?
Yeah, one of them already touched on is just the beauty of the nature there. Lush, beautiful greenery, plants, you get the ocean. So just the beauty of nature, I feel like that is spiritual healing to have. So that's really important. You want me to go on or you want me to go?
Yeah, no, I think that's great. I agree that the nature there is so beautiful, and there's a respect for it. The people that live there, that we met, everybody that we met, there's just kind of this innate respect for nature.
I feel like you breathe better.
Oh yeah.
But it was dusty.
The roads were a little dusty, but the air itself was very pure. Doesn't seem like there's as much development there, so there's not like factories that are spewing out fumes and things like that. But just the people there really respect nature, and one example of that is we took a surf lesson by a man named Chisco from Playa Negra. He's awesome. He kind of reminded me of Johnny Tsunami's grandfather from the Disney Channel original movie Johnny Tsunami. And he was just a vibe. But he was, before we even got in the water to start to learn how to surf, he was just teaching us the ways of the waves and how they come in sets, and how you don't know when the set of waves is coming, like 4 to 6 waves. They come in kind of in a rush, and then there's a calm, and you could just tell by the way he's explaining that's more than just the ocean. It's life. It's really indicative of life, exactly. So there were just so many examples of that. There were so many, even just like little reminders on the beach, like to pick up your trash and keep the beach clean and respect the earth, and just a deep respect for nature, for sure. So that's definitely one. And then another one that we thought of was definitely food. The food there, it seems like everything's organic, everything's locally sourced. Every meal we had was so fresh, whether it be like the
eggs are bright orange.
Oh yeah.
The chicken is super fresh.
Super
beef,
fresh. The beef. There's a lot of cows there. You know it's fresh beef.
No like seed oils or.
Right. Everything's cooked in coconut oil or olive oil. Fresh fruit. I mean, just the colors of some of these like fruit bowls, acai bowls, they were incredible. Just different fruits too that just aren't bioavailable here in the States. What was that one that was on the acai bowl? It was like
papaya.
It wasn't papaya. They almost looked like little cherry tomatoes.
Yeah.
I forget what they were called. It was like something berry, goji berries. I don't know if that was it, but they were just cool food. So it could have been kamakuchi. That could have been something else that I'm not sure. But yeah, the food's just so amazing. So that's a definite factor. There's just a lot less processed food. I mean, the typical meal there for that Los Ticos like to eat is called cansado, and it's beef, rice and beans, plantains, and that's it. It's just very simple. It's whole foods, whole ingredient foods. So I think that's a big factor. What else? What else did we notice, Nicole?
Yeah, the kindness of the people there.
Yes.
I feel like that makes it a blue zone in my heart. Everybody just wants to be friends with you. They really take time out of their day to have a conversation with you, get to know you. They're really kind and patient, and English isn't their first language, but they're not just like, oh, like over there, like they're so sweet, and that's what I fell in love with most. Costa Rica.
Yeah, the kindness is something, unbelievable kindness, and just like Nicole said, the ability or the willingness of these people just to have conversations with us as we're at restaurants or just walking around, meeting people, just the openness, wanting to know about us, where we're from, what we do, are we enjoying our time here.
And they're busy, like they work really hard, and some of them might not have come from a lot, but they are so giving and kind, and it just is amazing.
It doesn't seem like there's as much competitiveness. That's one thing. Like in America, we're obviously a capitalistic society, and work and the pursuit of money is something that is just is so important to us.
We're just like rushed, like
urgency.
When I'm busy with a task, I might be kind of short here, like I need to get this done, but they, I feel like, just like stop and talk and really just pour into what you need at that time, rather than
very giving with their time, I think, is kind of a way to summarize it. They were just Nobody was ever in too much of a hurry to talk to us. Just the interaction with the service industry that we had at restaurants was so different than some of the interactions you might have here in America. You go to Chipotle sometimes, and it seems almost like the workers are angry at you that you're buying their food. Here it was the total opposite. Like, everybody was so gracious and kind. So yeah, the kindness is just unbelievable. Kind of a lack of competitiveness, just kind of a unity amongst the people there.
Yeah.
They're saying in Costa Rica, yeah, everybody's helping each other. It's kind of like one people. Pura vida. That's kind of like the country's motto, and everybody says it. It's kind of cool. It just feels like everybody's united. It doesn't seem like there's as much divisiveness with politics. Nobody talks about politics at all. I'm not very familiar with the politics in Costa Rica, but it doesn't seem to have such a
little bit though when he stopped and got gas.
Well, yeah, he was they like to talk about American politics, like what do you think about the election and stuff like that. But like, as far as Costa Rican politics, like I said, I'm not sure what it's like there, but it doesn't seem to be anything like it is in the United States. Everything's much more unified. We know that universal healthcare is something that's provided there, that people are taken care of. It was just beautiful. It was an awesome experience. Another thing that I think is really interesting and cool is the way that the people sync their lives with the sun and the circadian rhythm. So the sun rises every day there between 5:30 and 6 a.m. and it sets every day between 5:30 and 6 p.m. So you really have like these even 12-hour days, and we got to see both sides of it. Waking up early a couple of days to see the sunrise. You could see all of the workers coming into some of these towns that we were staying at as they're kind of developing these towns. A lot of construction's going on. They're all coming in by in trucks and whatnot. So they're very aligned with. They start their day when the sun rises, and they end their day when the sun sets. And there's it seemed like we even noticed we were going to bed earlier.
Yeah. I feel like things end a little bit earlier there too. It would be interesting to live there and like work and then kind of make dinner, because like we had the luxury of being on vacation, so we went out to eat most nights. So it's like after work, just curious to see what time they go to bed.
Yeah. What time are people staying up till? Yeah, it seems like it was earlier, but who knows? Because it just, there's something about it. You know how it is here in Ohio, especially. It gets dark at 4 or 5 o'clock now, and the sun rises at maybe 7 a.m., but there's so much.
It's like you work, if you don't work out before work and you do that after work, then it's like late, and then you have to cook dinner, clean up.
Right.
Consume a lot of TV.
Yeah, much more TV consumption here. At least for us, we didn't watch a single minute of TV in over a week, which was amazing. And part of that's probably because you're on vacation, but it's also just there's so much natural beauty that it almost felt like sitting in front of a TV in this tropical paradise was just a waste of time. Like you're just
so silly to even think about.
Yeah, and even time on social media, like aside from us sharing our experiences, which was really fun, but there wasn't as much like scrolling. We really tried to lean more into like reading books and just having good conversation. But those are some of the reasons we thought of about the Blue Zone. Gratitude, kindness, diet, circadian rhythm.
Yeah. This one might be kind of silly, but there are dogs and cats everywhere that are just like wild, and they kind of make a home in the restaurants or the little villas, and people love them. And just petting them and being around animals, I feel like is also therapeutic and makes it a Blue Zone. And you would see horses and goats, saw a pig,
monkeys,
which was really cool.
Yeah, that's a great point. Just there's not so many rules, like we went to a couple of very nice restaurants, like Mycelium in Playa Negra is a very nice restaurant, and they have their cats that just walk on the bar,
Yeah.
which is very close to the kitchen. And you know, in America, I think that would get shut down as like a health code violation. And you know, there it's just like, hey, this is they're part of the restaurant. They're part of it, and I think that's
They're the workers. They're the little.
yeah, for sure. And even another thing that's really interesting is like it is a much less developed country, even with the infrastructure. Like there's not sidewalks a lot of places. People are just walking on the road. The roads aren't in great condition in many places. In some of these small villages, a lot of potholes. It might just be dirt roads, but it works. You know, it's kind of a great reminder of the progress that we've made here in the States is great, and we're very fortunate, but it almost seems like the more you optimize something like infrastructure, it actually creates sometimes even so much comfort that you see a rise in like, say like car crashes or incidents with pedestrians and stuff like that. Like obviously that's a little bit more near and dear to my heart with being a civil engineer, but there, even though the infrastructure is worse, it almost seems like it's safer because like Nicole, you said, you have to be alert when you're driving around there. There's not street lights at night. There's not sidewalks. You're not even tempted to look at your phone and get your eyes off the road because you know you need to be alert.
Walking or motorcycles.
Yeah. So just knowing that actually creates a safer environment because you're hyper aware when you're in a vehicle. Whereas I think sometimes here in the United States, everything's like so perfectly laid out and well lit that you just almost forget that you're driving a car that could be dangerous. So,
or there's always construction where it's like, okay, do we really need to do this again?
Right.
I don't know, you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
And I wish we could take some of like the money we have for these streets and obviously still pour into it, but maybe give that to some of the streets in Costa Rica that really need it.
Yeah, they could definitely use some money down there for some of their infrastructure. But overall, slower pace of life, just a lot less stressful. That's another thing. Just these people just don't seem as stressed, even those that don't have that much. They know how to make money, enough money to survive, and it's just a much simpler existence. And that's something that we really want to try to bring into our daily lives is the beauty of the simplicity. I think that just will go a long way as far as our health and happiness and just contentment. So
it was a beautiful, awesome experience, and I can't wait to go back.
Yeah, same. Costa Rica, we will be back.
Yes.
All right. Thanks for listening to us.